Hi, it's Betty Murray. I want to tell you a little bit about what to expect from a functional medicine or functional nutrition visit. So first off, your intake is the most important information. So we really want you to take the time to fill that out and give us as much detail as you can. I promise you it is not going in a file. What we actually do is cull through that information, and that leads us to our first conversation, which is usually fairly lengthy, an hour to an hour and a half at a minimum. We go through everything that's happened, so your intake paperwork is kind of like a crib sheet. It allows us to really get more detail about you so we can get into more detail about what your story is and what has happened up to this point. Your story is central to functional medicine. So really take the time to do your intake paperwork if you have not done that. Next, let me tell you what you're going to kind of expect in that first visit. So obviously we're going to have a lot of conversation, talk about what your goals are, what you want to achieve now, what are your long-term goals, and what's your major pain points right now. From there, you and I are going to decide, or with Dr. Mack or one of the other functional medicine physicians in the office, we're going to decide what information we want to take now, what things we need to look at now, and it might be testing, things like a stool test or a food sensitivity test, or a nutritional evaluation on whether you're absorbing your nutrients, all the way to how you're excreting and what your hormones are making, down to your risk factors for cardiovascular issues and diabetes, and even genetics. I spend a lot of time in methylation, so there's lots of tools in our tool chest. So part of what our goal is in that first visit is to figure out what tools are important, which ones we need to use now, what the trajectory of where our planning is going to look like. Because a lot of times there's a lot of things going on. It's very rare that I see somebody that only has one complaint. So we might have several things we want to look at, and we're going to stagger those things accordingly so you're able to actually make change. So it's not just one visit and find out your test and get your answers. I wish I could change everybody in 1 to 2 visits and they'd feel better. But lifestyle change and dietary change, which is central to functional medicine, really is a incremental stage and step that you go through. But the beauty of it is you're able to implement these things so they become lifestyle. We're able to peel back the layers of the onion, so you're able to start making changes that are appropriate for what your current issues are. So when you think about functional medicine and you think about this, it's very different from your experience. And the beauty of it as a nutritionist is central to functional medicine is nutrition. So food is medicine. Supplementation, when used appropriately, can turn on and turn off a lot of different biochemical processes that can make your body operate more efficiently. So central to that is really what you're eating, what you're putting in your mouth, how you're living and breathing. So in our visits, part of that is also those pieces that are going to come into that arena. Now, the beauty of coming to Living Well Dallas is you get to have other services that help you implement these changes. So those services are things like health coaching. I'm clinical in practice, so I help you kind of peel back what you need to do, but we have health coaches in our practice that can actually help you implement those things with recipes and meal planning, encouragement. We have counselors and life coaches that help you get some of the stress points out of your life, or at least figure out how to live more organized and more disciplined life so you can have more freedom. We even have massage and Bowen therapy and energy medicine, so we can put those things together to help you figure out what you need to do. And of course, we have physicians in the office that do a myriad of different things, functional medicine being our underpinning. And from there, the sky's kind of the limit. Our goal is to put together whatever services you need in whatever way you need to help you get well and stay well. And the beauty of it is you can continue, even after you've got your major problem taken care of, you can continue to use the services in the building as needed to continue on this path, because usually it's not just one thing. Once we start to feel better, we have new goals and new plans and new implementation that we want to do. So Living Well is really going to become, hopefully, your home to take care of yourself long term. So I want to thank you for coming and visiting us and actually spending time and taking charge of your health and becoming your new, healthy, optimal self. And I look forward to meeting you.